Hey, there's a new stat out from the Mortgage Bankers Association which shows that 12% of mortgage holders during the month of May did not make their payment on time. Why is this important to us? Well, it's not a foreshadowing of a market collapse, so don't take that from this comment. But what it is foreshadowing is the fact that the economy is, kind of up and down right now, and people are struggling to make their payments. Now, the vast majority of these folks did go ahead and make their payment. They just made it a little bit late. But what this can trigger for us is an opportunity. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the opportunities here. One of the opportunities is identifying people that are in a little bit of a financial bind. Even though they were able to maybe claw together the money this month, maybe next month they won't be able to, or the month after. At any point, they may need to sell their home to liquidate, to gain that equity they have in their home, maybe to live off of, or go rent a property, or go move to another part of the country where they can find a job or employment. Lots of things can happen here. So what do we do, and how do we use this information? So let me give you a couple of ideas. Number one is that Zillow, we don't love Zillow, but Zillow does have some good tools. One of the tools they have is the Zillow pre-foreclosure tab. So if you go to search for properties, one of the sections that you can search for and push a check marks next to is pre-foreclosures. So they're mining this data, and we can go there and we can see some of these people that have gone into a pre-foreclosure status. By the way, if you're behind a month or two, you're going to go into pre-foreclosure, and a notice of default letter could be generated. That notice of default is what Zillow is basing their list of pre-foreclosures on. So that's one way. Another way is to talk to your local title company and ask to be put on a list to receive in notice of default letters, NOD letters in your market. And when you do that, now every month or every week you're going to get that list. A lot of times you can beat Zillow, by the way, to the punch by getting on that list. And then you're going to reach out to people that have received these letters. You got to have a good script. At eRealEstateCoach and the Path Performance Coaching Platform, we've developed some great scripts. I'm going to share one of them with you. We have a lot more, but I'm going to share one. And here's our simple script. We can either say this in person if we go to the house, if we call them, or we could put it into a letter format where we might say, hey, good morning. My name is Jim Remling with ABC Real Estate. Is this Mr. Jones? Pause. They're going to say yes. I'm going to say, hey, the reason I'm calling is I have a quick question. I was doing some research in your neighborhood, and I was looking for anyone that might consider a cash offer on their home, because we've got a lot of buyers in my office searching for homes in the market, and there's just really in a really low inventory market right now. So I'm going to ask that question first and see if they just kind of jump at the chance. They might just jump at that chance. Then if they don't immediately, I might say, well, I'm not sure if you're aware of it, and it's part of the reason I called is that your home is now showing up as in being in pre-foreclosure status on the Zillow website. Now, before you say anything, Zillow's wrong more times than they're right, so I don't take it, that that's a fact. But I like to cover every base for my clients. I have to ask you, would you consider selling for the right price if I could bring in the right price? Now, this does several things. Number one, it gives the seller or the homeowner a way to not lose face. So you say they're in pre-foreclosure, but then you also say, wait, Zillow is also often wrong as well. So you give them that out. And when you do that, what's going to happen is it's going to make the seller feel like, oh, I'm not trapped into being like a guy that's not making his payment or a person that's not making their payment. And now you give them that out and they'll say, oh, no, we made our payment. Oh, yeah, I totally had to get it. Well, let me ask you anyway, would you consider selling for the right price? This just gets us into conversation. Now, we know that people that are in a financial situation sometimes can be emotional, and we have to be prepared for that. We don't want to take anything personally. This is just us doing what we should be doing. Now, the reason I bring up this section, or this group of homeowners, is because we always are making choices with our marketing dollars, right? So some of us may be doing a traditional farm. So you might say, well, this month I'm going to send 1,000 letters to my farm or 500 letters to my farm area. And my odds of getting a positive response in general is about 1 to 4%. But what if I could double that response rate or triple that response rate by sending letters instead of to my farm to a group of people I know have some level of financial need to potentially sell their house? Not all of them, but more than a traditional group of homeowners I've randomly put together. So this group, if I have the choice to mail to them, may be more like a 3 to 10, 3 to 12, 3 to 20% response rate. It will be much higher, no doubt, than the cold homeowners who have not expressed any interest in selling. So I'm making choices. If I have $1,000 to spend, where do I spend it? Do I spend it on a group that I think might have a higher probability, or do I spend it on a group that probably has a lower probability of selling? So that's some reasons to take a hard look at the pre-foreclosure status listings, especially as they are currently surging in our marketplace. I hope this helps you today. If you want to go deeper into lead generation, I'd love to have you join us over at eRealEstateCoach.com. Check out the Path Performance Coaching platform. We're offering 14 days free access to this. If you jump in right now, we've got 4 steps, 16 weeks of intensive coaching every single day that you're in the program. And we also offer live coaching on top of that. Have a great day. Good selling. We'll see you next time over at eRealEstateCoach.com.